Welcome back to Comedy or Worse. I'm here with my very special guest,
Mimi Harris.
Yay! So how are you doing today so far?
So far, so good. Good to be in the Brick Room. Miss this place. Good times.
Yes.
Yes.
It's the Brick Room at the Madhouse Comedy Club.
Yep.
We used to do open mics, and hopefully we'll get back to it.
I know.
Let's see. So, how long ago did you start comedy?
2 years ago, around.
Sweet.
Yeah. Just about.
Okay. And then, are you using a stage name or?
Mimi Harris is a stage name.
Yeah, that's cool.
My full name.
How did you come up with that?
Yeah, my full name's Michelle Mistretta, and then I was just Mimi, and my good friend Ryan Shores was like, "You're not Madonna, like stop." So then I was like, okay. So I added the Harris because it's my aunt who passed away, her last name. It's kind of like in her memory, and like it just kind of fit together well.
Oh, that's cool.
And I didn't want to do my real name because I'm a nurse, and I was like, I don't know, like I don't want to mix the two kind of careers really, but
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, some of the stuff I say on stage is not very appropriate.
Maybe just scoot in just a little bit.
Okay.
I don't want half of your body off camera.
Okay.
I switched to portrait mode.
Okay, got it.
I think it's good. I can just double check.
Okay.
So where did you start comedy?
I started here in San Diego at the Lamplighter. It was my first open mic. Still remember it like yesterday. Yeah.
That's a pretty tough room.
Yeah.
It was a bar mic.
Yeah.
It's still a bar, but there's
yeah.
no mic there.
I got lucky. I don't know what it was. If it was just like a good night there, but I remember I like had just written my set. I was doing a comedy course, and I did have my phone, and I was like going over it, but I just like it went well considering. But yeah.
That's cool. So did you get addicted to comedy right away?
Yeah. I think from there I was like, okay, I can do this. I want to keep working at it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So what course did you take?
I did I think it was like 2 months or so. It was through my friend Jennifer Mason. She does like a little comedy thing, and
Is it out of a comedy club? Or?
No, she just did it like virtually, and so I signed up for that, and it was very helpful. Like she kind of just broke it down because I feel like if I didn't do that, I wouldn't have gone through with going to open mics and all that.
Yeah, it makes sense. Some people just need a little something.
Push, yeah. I'm that person. Yeah.
Cool. Mm-hmm. So do you wish you started comedy earlier?
I kind of wonder what my life would be like if I had. I feel like I've always loved like comedy in general. But I think everything has its time and place, so it kind of worked out.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then, let's see. So what's like your writing process for comedy?
I usually get stoned, and then funny things pop in my head, and then I like write it down. I don't know. Sometimes I love when I can get inspiration, but then there's other times that I have had to sit, like I've done like theme shows, like the Jessica Hudson puts on a show for like the Millennial Gen X, and so for that I created like a whole new bit for specifically, which was a good challenge because I feel like I was on my same like 5 minutes that I've been doing. But actually through the course I kind of learned how to like formulate a joke, and I honestly miss open mic because I feel like riffing is fun, and I can kind of like test different ideas I might have and then write it down. So
that's cool. So you've done at least one character on stage before, right?
I have, yeah. Just one.
Okay.
Bad would be.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So what made you come up with that?
I developed this character throughout college. I had like a friend who was doing this kind of Jersey mom accent, and then I took that and I remember I went to Santa Barbara with friends, and then that's why I was like Santa Barbara, Barbara B, all that. So I ended up. She just came out every once in a while, usually when I was like out with friends drunk, and people just thought it was funny. So I was like, let me try going with this. Like, it's actually because my accent came out when I was on stage at a mic once, and then I just was like, oh, this is Barbara, by the way, and just kind of went with it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Nice. So when you do that character, you write totally different jokes?
Yes, I have a completely different. It's more just simple, kind of silly jokes. Yeah. So she definitely has a different voice than me. Yeah.
That's cool. Let's see. So did we meet at the Lamplighter? This is the first time we met?
First time I met you, I think was probably here. I was actually scared to come here for a while because I was like, oh my God, those are the real comics. Like, I can't go to the open mic.
You come here and you see the same people. You're like, wait a minute.
Yeah. So actually, it was like a big challenge for me to come do this open mic. So I think I started, I think it was around March that I went to Lamplighter, and then I had my first show in May. So around April of that year, I came to the first Madhouse and really liked it. So
that's not too bad.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Some people you just see them and you think they're a fan, and then you can start telling oh, they're staying till the end, and
mm-hmm.
There's signs.
Right.
I think that's a potential comic.
Right.
Yeah, that's cool.
Either make it or break it. They'll see people bomb and be like, nope, I'm out.
Yeah, it's interesting what usually if people think they can do it, it's because they see maybe even saw someone that they thought was funny, then
mm-hmm.
they bomb or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's anybody can do it,
right?
Or they're not getting kicked out.
Yeah,
whatever,
that's true. It's less intimidating.
They're not throwing tomatoes. Right?
Yeah.
So, what are your goals for comedy?
I feel like my strongest point is writing, and I need to get more into writing again. I feel like I've been kind of slacking on that point, but eventually getting paid to do this would be ideal. Doing sketch would be interesting. Trying that as a internet platform, YouTube, that type of thing.
So writing sketches, performing them,
I
directing them,
think
filming them,
a little bit of both, all of the above. Yeah, I did improv before I started stand-up, and I do like improv, and I feel like it's kind of helpful with the sketch side of things. Sure. But yeah, something that would be more where I could do comedy and it could actually support a living would be ideal. Yeah.
Sweet. So, do you have a favorite joke of yours or anybody's?
Favorite. I guess I don't know. I liked talking about how dating versus dating in PB versus dating in Boston, where I'm originally from. So that was my kind of opening set that I had. I haven't been doing that as much, but because I'm kind of sick of it. But I do like that because I get to do some more act outs, and I feel like that is really helpful in stand up.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
Yeah,
selling the joke.
Really yeah.
And then how long ago did you move in San Diego? Did you say?
2019, right before the pandemic, October. Yeah. So, which I think is a blessing because in Boston they were very strict, and I was living in PB, and I could walk to the bay and see all this beautiful stuff versus people at home were stuck inside. It was winter and really depressing. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Good timing.
Yeah.
Sweet. So, what other towns have you lived in?
I did travel nursing. So I lived in Roseville near Sacramento for 3 months. and then I lived in Escondido.
Did you like Roseville?
No. I mean, it's just kind of boring. Like, it's just very family, suburbia type thing. And it was like, 2-hour drive to Santa Cruz. My whole, like, reason for coming to Cali was for the beach and that whole vibe, and that was not the case up there. Right. So, and then I ended up going to Tri-City. I did a travel assignment there, and so I lived in Escondido, which was fun, kind of. It's North County. And then ended up down here. Yeah.
Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Super. So, what? Do you have like a favorite fan interaction? Like either you were a fan of a comic or someone famous, or like or someone that's like came up to you as a fan of your stuff.
It's always nice when I've gotten like, actually I did an open mic and did Barbie, like, I haven't done her in, like, it must have been over a year, and some lady gave me like $5 and I was like, cool. Like, this is fun. So there's that. And then, I mean, I saw Pete Davidson, and I swear we made eye contact, and so that was cool. Had to be there.
Yeah. Why weren't you there? So, what was your family life growing up?
I'm the youngest. I'm the baby princess brat, I guess. Mm-hmm. I have 2 older brothers. I grew up in a suburban area, part of Boston. I was raised Catholic, so pretty strict growing up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you go to Catholic school?
I did do like not like full time, but like after school, like on top of school, like Catholic classes that we took. Yeah. So I am confirmed, but I'm not really practicing or active. I'm kind of traumatized. But
yeah. So if you had kids, would you raise them Catholic or?
It depends on. I mean, I'm not like gung ho about it either way. Right now I'm just more spiritual. Like, I feel like my spirituality is more in line with like the Buddhist traditions, but I think it's important to have your children grow up with some sort of, because it made me like less of an asshole than I am now, like to be able to grow up Catholic. Like, I learned like compassion and all that stuff,
Yeah, but there's people that were raised atheists that just were taught
to be a decent.
Nice.
That's true. That's true.
It's not a requirement.
No, yeah. So I guess it depends on whoever I partner up with, if that's their. It's not a big thing on my list, I guess. Like, my mom wanted me to because she was raised Catholic, and she's like, you gotta get married in a church someday. So that was why I went through it. She didn't even really like church, so.
What if it was inside of a church, but then it was like a tree house?
That would be something I'd be very interested in. Yeah. Yeah. Lots of plants.
Inside of the church.
I want to go to that church.
Yeah, that'd be cool. So what's like your earliest memory?
My earliest memory, like ever, like in life in general.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't want to talk about your earliest memory, you can do a different one. No one's gonna know.
No one's gonna know. How would they know?
Skip the question.
No, I like this question. It's very introspective. So I remember I was driving, my mom was driving me. I was in the back seat. I was probably like 4 or 5 years old, looking out the window, as you do with ADHD. And I had my first like deep thought where I was just like, what is life? Why am I here? And it was like right after we went to Toys R Us, so I had like a bunch of toys with me, and I just started questioning the meaning of life, and
okay.
That's my first memory.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Sweet. So like, is there any other art that you do?
Yeah, I do like write poetry. I did perform a few poems, like, and then also short stories. So writing other forums, I guess. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. What's like the biggest audience that you perform for?
Probably, I guess, at the Comedy Store, I would guess, for Roast Battle, and
Cool.
I think that's probably the biggest room. Yeah.
So how many times have you done the roast battle?
4.
Dang. And what's your record?
2 wins, 2 losses.
No,
So.
not bad.
Yeah.
Better than me.
Yeah.
I guess
What's yours?
I did one at Mike Droppin against Clint Bashir and lost, and then I did one against Joshua Loya at Comedy Store La Jolla and lost that. And now in June 5th, which is going to be soon after this is released, roasting Mario Mann.
Okay.
And I don't really know him, so it's going to be harder.
Yeah.
I gotta work on that.
Yeah, you gotta look up some stuff. I think I didn't win until the third time, so third time's a charm. Maybe you got this.
I did see that on Instagram that this will be his first roast.
Right. Yeah.
But maybe just his personality seems like somebody that would just won't be good at roasting in life. You know? So,
right. Yeah,
we'll
he seems very quiet. I don't really know him that well, but my bet's on you.
Like he's gonna have the advantage because, from what I can tell, he gets on Friends and Family at the Comedy Store.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, and some of at least half or, the judges are gonna be more
for him, maybe.
Even not on purpose. I'm not saying they're biased. I'm
right.
saying it's just.
Yeah.
And then he's like Mexican and I'm white, so it's like.
Yeah.
You need to like roast a white guy.
I did roast Delina Horchata in one, but the thing about the Comedy Store is they actually are kind of like pro-racist jokes sometimes. They tend to win the crowd over, which is...
Yeah, I guess maybe that's...
But it's the way that you do it. You don't want to sound...
You just gotta be careful.
Right. You definitely don't want to go over the line.
You could win the roast and lose the war.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I don't know. Let's see. We're just flying through these questions, which is fine.
Okay.
How far have you gone for comedy? You've gone to LA, right?
Yeah, I was we got to go to the Belly Room, myself and Taylor Spencer, back in September last year. So we did a battle there. I lost, but it was, I guess I did, it was my second roast, so I did better with like the rebuttals. They did say I did good, so it just was like, it was a really cool experience to be able to perform there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's super cool. And how many jokes did you have to do? 3?
3, yeah. And then I always like think in the back of my mind like rebuttals just in case, like, yeah.
Yeah, it's not easy. It's like I almost have to like have like so many jokes ready to go. Oh, if this, then that.
Right. Yeah. That's kind of why I like roast battle, because it's like it's like almost like a strategic thing. Like, what do you what chess piece are you gonna put? Like, yeah.
So have you ever been like on Kill Tony or anything like that?
No, I want to though. I was gonna go join Seabass in his adventure, but I ended up not traveling. So I do want to.
Is already
Sebastian
happened?
Fowler.
Did that already happen?
He did, yeah, like a while ago, a couple months ago. I was just like talking, but he didn't like plan it, and I'm a planner, so I was like, okay, I'm not gonna go. But like, I think
they're coming to LA, or they're.
Oh, they are. Okay.
Might even be in LA right now.
Oh.
Or real soon.
Nice.
Yeah, it feels like it's coming up.
Okay.
I have too many things going on.
Right.
I've already been on Kill Tony once.
Right.
I don't think I'm ready to try again.
And you got up?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it was fun. I was like 14 months in, so. This is right before the pandemic too, so it wasn't like there wasn't any kind of break. It was just 14 months of like, like, well, I think lots of times would go up 7 nights a week,
Right.
because the Madhouse was going.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna cry.
I know.
All right. Speaking of which, what's the worst thing about comedy right now?
The worst thing about comedy, not having Madhouse. No. I don't know. I guess. That's a hard question. I guess I do wish that there were more open mics. Like.
Okay, so this might be because there's the way we don't know how this is turning out.
Yeah.
But as right now, Mike Tran is doing a mic at the sushi place.
Yeah, I guess so.
And it's 7 nights a week for 9 hours.
It's 7 nights a week?
Yeah. But it's doing through slotted, and you have to pay $5.
Okay.
And also, you think you have to buy something. So it's like freaking crazy.
Yeah, the rich comic Mike.
Well, that's lots of people signed up. I was surprised.
That's like, is it near Poway? It's like far, right?
Yeah, it's pretty far.
Yeah, that was my deterrent, I guess.
Well, I guess there's maybe you can get some people from San Diego, some people from North County.
Right, in between.
If you don't work during the day, or maybe this Saturday and Sunday. I mean, Orange County and LA have paid mics, and that's how they're able to do it. But
I mean, I don't mind paying if it's going towards the mic. Right now I'm not drinking alcohol, so going to those kinds is kind of no go for me. But I don't mind paying for my time on stage, $5, a couple bucks. We'll see. Maybe I'll check it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're always welcome at Quantum Brew.
Yes. You guys do Thursday,
it's
Friday now.
Yeah, except for today.
Right.
Second Thursday. Second Thursday.
Yeah.
There's another event going on, but Thursdays and Fridays, it's free. You don't have to buy anything, but donations are welcome.
Right.
But I'm trying to get the money to come from the actual audience. So I'm trying to have a meetup group and trying to get people to, real audience members.
Right. It's usually pretty packed out when I've gone. It's a decent crowd compared to some.
Yeah, if you look around, it's the comics, and then some newer comics or out of town comics.
That's true.
Bring people.
Yeah. Yeah. But the good thing I like that everyone, I feel like people are usually very engaged there. Sometimes it's harder other places, there's TVs going and so many distractions, whereas there it's people are focused on.
Yeah, I think it's an exception to, technically at a bar.
Right.
But it's definitely, even there's a few tables outside too, so if people really don't, customers that they're just there to drink can just go outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. Let's see. Oh, so do you have any merch?
I do not have merch yet, no.
Okay. Would you ever think about merch?
I think if I got more momentum for myself, if I started, I guess it is generally a good idea, right? I mean, I don't know at what point do you decide to start selling merch, because I don't.
Well, you just do donation base.
Yeah.
Something simple.
Yeah, just to help get your name. I could start with a sticker, but I'm not there yet.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Not yet.
Let's see. So, how long did you do improv?
So I did improv up to level 2. So I want to say 6 months worth. Wow. And then my friend mentioned the class, and so I went because I figured improv would be a way to. I always wanted to try stand up, but I was let me do it with other people there because I'm scared. They're very different. They're both very challenging. But yeah, it was about 6 months. I did Mockingbird first, and then I did the National Comedy Theater in San Diego. So.
Okay. Which one do you like better?
NCT, sorry. Mockingbird is great. I love that they do the improv for stand-up, but I just really liked my teacher for NCT. So I guess it really kind of depends on your teacher and your class. Yeah.
Are you still in contact with the other people you were in the group with?
I do have their emails. I was actually thinking of doing the next step, the next level with them. Okay. But I haven't done it yet, so. I think that would be good for, it helps my stand-up, and it helps me, like, be more quick on your feet thinking-wise, so.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What have you ever gone to like where people meet and work on jokes?
Like a writer's group?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I go to the Right Type pretty regularly that Craig Sutton puts on.
Yeah. Sundays are so hard to get away.
Yeah.
When I get away, then it's for something else.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
At least for now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to get my own going.
Mm-hmm.
It's on Saturday.
Right. Didn't you guys do one in PB too, or no? How did that work out?
The first week, Jonathan Bird came.
Okay.
And after that, no one's
No one. Oh.
So, but it seems like a lot of people are interested.
There really is a big want for it.
It's almost like it has to have to somehow get it.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how Craig started his. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Because it feels like maybe it's just because I'm doing so many things, and it's like, well, it also hasn't been that long. Maybe it took him 6 months.
I think it took him over time, because I actually went, I want to say it was via Meetup in 2020, before I did any improv or stand-up, just to sit and see what it was about. I was with another friend who's also interested in comedy, and there was still a good number of people there, but I think he's been running it for years now, so it's
Sure. Yeah, I'm trying not to get discouraged.
Yeah.
Because I have to give myself that I'm doing so many things. I'm doing this podcast.
Yeah.
I have a Facebook group, a meetup group.
Mm-hmm. Merch. That's a whole thing.
And each
Quantum.
thing, I want to do more music, and running a show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So there's only so much time.
Right. Mm-hmm. Well, let me know the next one. I'd love to tell people, because I have people tell me all the time that they want to write. So I feel like it's a good.
Saturday.
It is every
Saturday.
Okay.
From 3 to 5 in PB.
Right. I don't actually live there anymore, but
but
it's a good time. Yeah. Memory lane.
Yeah. There's no alcohol or
right.
anything. So
it's the food court, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Food court.
Outside, because you can't really.
No, there's
you can go inside.
Business right now.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Trying to.
Yeah.
You don't have to buy anything, but
yeah.
there's snacks and sodas. And
yeah. I've seen them on DoorDash, so I would be down to go.
Yeah, there's not any food there right now.
Oh.
So snacks and
okay.
Chips, sodas, ice cream. But hopefully soon we're gonna get the food back.
Yeah.
That would make it even easier, and it's gonna be a vegan In-N-Out. That's what the new vision is.
Cool.
I mean, before we had those kind of things, but we had so much, and people are like, "This is weird."
It's a lot of different.
When it was in the back of the Madhouse, and it'd be more believable that they could sell everything.
Right.
And I think it's because it's so small. People come in there like, this is weird.
Yeah.
You're selling all this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
it'll be more niche. That'll be good.
You have to be more targeted, one thing. And it was hard to stuff would go bad.
Right.
There's some overlap, you use onions on this and onions on that, and tomatoes on this and tomatoes on that, or whatever. But it just we have so many types of bread.
Yeah.
You got buns and two different slices of bread, and then also a French roll. So that it's just so many types of bread.
Right.
What the heck?
Right. Too much bread. Not enough bread. Just kidding.
Yeah. There you go.
Boom.
Exactly. Yeah, sometimes I think I gotta write more jokes that aren't puns, or aren't just relying on just that.
Just the puns, yeah. Puns are hard. They're great. I think it's pretty universal for puns, but it's tricky.
There are people that just, even though they'll laugh and they'll be upset they laughed.
Right, yeah. They're like, why did I laugh at it? It's come on, dude.
Lighten up. So yeah, I'm trying to. So, is there anything that you want to do in comedy, like right now? Like, are you working on a specific style or a joke you're working on?
Spoiler alert. I don't know what I'm doing.
Whoa!
No.
I can't believe you admitted that.
Does anyone? I mean, come on.
We're gonna have to edit this.
No, yeah, I mean, I guess just getting a better, solid jokes, honestly. I feel like I've kind of just been running through them and not really going back and, like, editing them. Like, I'll record, I'll watch it back. But in terms of, like, making better jokes, it's just kind of a constant battle for that I'm just trying to always be a better comic and do better at my shows and stuff, so.
Okay, so how do you feel about social media?
It's all right. I mean, like, I don't know. I thought that Instagram was going to be, like, my platform for a while because I ended up getting to the point where I could get subscribers. And then I found out.
How many people had to follow you for
I think it's at least 10,000.
10,000?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
I think that's when they start, like, offering it to you. And so I think I have, like, a couple, like, maybe 5 people subscribe to me, which is good, but it's like I'd have to be on there full time. And there was one point where I really was just constantly posting stories and, like, content, but then I was kind of like, this just isn't really doing it for me. Like, it just seems almost like diminishing returns. Like, so.
Yeah, I've thought about, like, streaming video games and stuff. That's another one of my passions.
Like Twitch or whatever.
Yeah. But the problem is once you commit, then you're kind of locked in.
You're stuck, yeah.
Even if you're like, oh, I'm only going to do it 2 days a week, and it's like, and then you're like, I'm going to go travel. I'm not going to do it this week, and I'm trying to, like, do the podcast consistent. I've been started last August, and I haven't missed a week.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
And one of the things is I'm banking episodes.
Right.
You know.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Although there was a time where I accidentally just kind of didn't record any episodes, and I'm like, oh, that's fine. Back on it.
Yeah, yeah.
Trying to try to get 2 people this week, but I got you Thursday, and then I don't know if I have somebody for Saturday. I forget now. I think I'm trying to get another person for Saturday. Chuck,
he's in Boston. That guy.
He signed up to be on the podcast. And I emailed you and him, and he's like, I'm like, and I messaged him on social media. I'm like, did you check your email?
Yeah.
He's like, I'm in Boston. Okay.
Right.
LOL.
Yeah. Would you ever do, like, a Skype interview almost, or Zoom?
I would really have to really want the guest.
Yeah.
Because there's delay and
right.
It's almost like because of lockdown, I'm almost like, it's like if it hadn't happened or whatever, or if I had started the podcast during then I would have a choice.
Right.
And then maybe I would be more lenient on that. But I mean, like, it's just a different vibe. Like,
yeah.
It's just like Paradox Comedy, I love it, but she does Instagram interviews, and, like, the technology gets in the way.
Right.
It's like they're maybe, or she can't hear them and they can't hear her sometimes. And they say, like, oh, ask questions, but then they don't get to all the questions. And I don't know. I mean, they have read my questions.
Right.
They have read other people's questions. But, you usually get distracted.
Yeah. Well, you mean with, like, people, like, writing stuff in, like, the live
there's a thing to submit questions.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you say something about the chat.
Right.
But I don't know. I'm trying to, like, well, at first I was, like, having these not edited.
Okay.
And now I push the button that gets arrayed. It's just the pauses and repeated words, and it takes those out.
Oh, we'll cut it out for you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
It's
yeah.
It's basically AI, but it's not generating stuff. It's just making the cuts.
Right.
And,
Okay.
and I check it a little bit, but I don't check the whole thing.
There's a lot of work too, right? Editing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should see it. It's like has so many little cuts. And and it it's like there was one episode that was almost 2 hours, and then it took off like 15 minutes.
Oh wow.
And I'm like, that probably just made it so much more compelling.
Yeah,
You know,
definitely.
sometimes, or even like there was like one that was an hour and 10 minutes, and it like shaved off like almost 10 minutes. And I'm like, wow, okay. There was a lot of like maybe, because you saw me earlier, it was like, oh shoot, we're really flying through these questions. Getting nervous. Like, and like, I mean, I feel like, I could talk to a lot of people for hours. I could tell you're very interesting.
Thank you.
So I could talk to you for hours. I don't want to pick your brain, but also trying to like make it a compelling podcast.
Right.
Just talking about nothing for over an hour. It's like, oh, was that even worth everybody's time?
Was it comedy or worse?
It was the worst thing you ever saw. Was it the worst thing you ever heard in your life?
Yes.
You couldn't even look at the camera. I mean, the video anymore. It was too bad. As far as writing, what about, you'd like do comedy writing or like a short story poem? What would we talk about?
Well, I started with short stories because of school, and then I was really like naturally good at it. I'm very like flowery, I was told, that would not great for stand up, honestly. So I had to learn that the hard way, because whenever I would try initially to write, it would just be not to the point. So stand up was a good challenge for me to cut the fat and all that. But I actually prefer like writing out long form types of.
That just gives me an idea. What if you're doing a character and it's just stretched out, flowery.
What like?
But you're I don't know. That would be fun.
Like Bab or B telling stories. Is that what you mean, or like storytelling?
Yeah, that'd be interesting to try.
Right. Yeah.
And it's like, it's not so much the way you're telling it, and the ridiculousness of it. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
See, that's the problem is. This is why it's going to take me 20 years instead of 10 years.
I know.
It's because I want to do everything.
Yep.
Every idea.
Yeah.
There's definitely like, but some things keep coming around. Like, I have this new joke about time.
Okay.
All right, I told it last night. Well, it started off when I was writing. I write spontaneously.
Okay.
It's like, started talking about time and a different angle about it, and then I was like, oh, I like to watch ice melt with an electromagnoscope.
Okay.
Way more exciting
than time.
Because you can with electromagnoscope a lot's going on at this atomic level.
Okay. Subatomic. Okay. I'm like, I've never, okay. Yes. Time through a microscope. Cool.
Not time, but watching, like one of the phrases about time is like, oh, it's like watching ice melt.
Oh, okay.
Slow.
Yeah.
So then that would, I like to watch ice melt. But see, there's a lot of things like, try not to make this about me, but.
It's your comedy though.
But the, some of my comedy is like, oh, you hear a phrase like watching ice melt, and I think, and I don't even know how. Maybe because I was talking about time, and it's like, oh, what would, and then it just naturally like goes to, oh, like it would be more interesting if you had an electromagnetic.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, or like all these little sayings like
a good pretzel versus evil.
Yeah, so that's a pun.
That's yeah.
But like the punching through oxygen.
Yes,
that happened.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, Taylor Locke is like, we were talking about drugs.
Classic.
He's like, have you ever hit pure oxygen?
That was from him. I didn't know that.
And I immediately said, yeah, but my hand went right through it.
That's funny.
And he thought that was funny.
Yeah.
And I don't remember what else we talked about. I think I just wrote that down.
Perfect.
Like, right away. I put my jokes in the cloud.
Yeah.
What do? Write it down in a paper form?
See, that's the other thing I have.
Put it in the cloud.
You to tell me that, yeah. I know, because I have it on my notes on my phone.
It's not good enough. It needs to be
Yeah.
in the cloud, right?
What even is the? Come on. I'm like just not a tech. Like I prefer writing it out, but then it's also very disorganized because I have like 17 different notebooks.
You can write it out. What you do is you type it on your phone and then you write it out on paper.
And then upload it to the cloud. Yeah, that's something I should be doing now.
Yeah, because I started doing that after I was like, where's this joke? I couldn't find it anywhere.
Right, because I probably have over an hour worth of material considering all the throwaway stuff that I just never went back to.
Right, but that's not refined material and you don't have it on in the chamber ready to shoot it at.
Yeah, I need to get it.
So what's the longest set you've ever done?
Like 15.
And how did that go?
Good. I feel like sometimes once after 10 minutes, I just get in the flow sometimes, and then just depending on the show and where I'm at.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I did 35 minutes to just a few people, but it went well.
Yeah.
You know, some of the people weren't even paying attention. I had them at the beginning.
Where was that?
I did do Queen too. So there was a fundraiser at like this fusion restaurant. There's this lady that plays music, and she was going to go for 2 hours, and she needed a break. So
comedy in between.
Did comedy, clean comedy, and it was like there wasn't a lot of people paying attention, but I was doing some crowd work, so it's not all you know.
I feel like you have to, unfortunately, like. Because if the crowd's not engaged, it's like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, it was mostly it was dual to like keep them engaged and stretch out. Yeah. Because if I just tried to do all my comedy, I had 20 minutes probably of stuff all there, but or maybe even 25 minutes of us separating, but at least pad it by 5-10 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't actually watched it back. I should watch it back. But I think I was for the people that were paying attention, I was doing good. Yeah, so that was good.
That's half the battle, getting
that was
people.
Like encouraging, I guess. Yeah, I knew I could do it.
Yeah. Well, clean is tough. Like I did one clean mic and I F-bombed like right away by accident. So that was not. Thank you, Ellis, for booking me again. But like it was the VFW, so they were okay. Like they didn't ban me. No, like I think the the old vets really appreciated it. So it's just a matter of like the type of it was like a dinner, so I think that was probably why. Sure. But yeah, it's clean comedy is very tough, but they say it's really important, so
Yeah, like I went to one clean mic. Lisa Gilbert does
the mic drop, right?
Mic drop. I got to go to the first one. Yeah. Then my hours changed, and now I can't go. Okay. Which sucks. No, yeah. But she reminded me. I kind of already knew it, but then I kind of forgot. Yeah. That like even though my stuff is kind of clean, it has a lot of innuendos. Right. So you gotta like there's also different levels of clean. She was like, oh, we're trying to teach you how to, or get you how to do church clean. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah, that's almost hard. Yeah, that's almost too clean for me to be. I did go to her. I think it was like the second one. I went with Taylor and I. He he juggles balls, so that even was too dirty. He was like, they're real balls. They're not. I'm like, well, it's not clean. It's so hard sometimes to like. But I feel like it does make you. You juggle bean bags. True. Or pins. True. But I think the whole point of the joke was to be innuendo, so then it's like you gotta come from a different angle. Exactly. Yeah. I like bean bags because I could, like when I was juggling them, I could like hit them. Yeah. And they were or at least I got in the habit of knowing, even though I'm hitting them in the air, I would know about where they're going to go.
Do you juggle too?
Yeah.
I can juggle too. I went to like one of the things, but yeah.
It's almost juggling.
Ah.
Almost there.
Put it on my resume.
Yeah, it's fun doing that stuff. It's just another addiction. I want to get a portable speaker that's battery operated. You know, there's one at Guitar Center.
Okay.
Or I probably don't have to get one. Maybe just even get a used one or something. Just be able to like have it with a microphone. And then just go anywhere.
Do street performing?
Street jokes.
Nice.
I mean, you know, not street jokes, but that's a goal.
Yeah.
You know, just put a hat out or something.
The city will come after you though. Like I guess you have to have a permit in like certain places.
Sure, I can get a permit.
Yeah.
I'll get a permit.
Yeah.
Don't give them after me. Yeah, I mean, you just gotta learn what you have to do, and do the thing. I don't know. I guess a permit is like a temporary thing.
Yeah, I'm not sure the details. I just know that Taylor was blowing bubbles and like was struggling. They gave him a ticket for blowing bubbles. Shout out to Newsom. Yeah. Like, but you know, then there's like, you know, homeless people, but they can't help it. They just have nowhere to go, and they're harassing people, and they're fine. So
right, yeah,
it's kind of a weird, weird thing.
Who's that? People are talking outside. Can't you see we're recording a podcast? Oh no, they can't see. Oh, that's good.
At least you don't have any people from Madhouse sitting in.
Yeah, that's happened.
Yeah.
People are like here.
No live audience.
And then they just leave.
They're like, this is.
I don't know. Maybe they just got self-conscious or whatever. I don't know. It was fine that they were here. They were laughing at parts where it's
yeah.
like, oh, it's cool to have a studio.
Yeah, right? Live laughs.
And there's been some episodes where people like come in and out. Like, especially like when I was doing it, it was like harder. I wasn't really thinking about how loud the show is.
Yeah.
And then I was like listening back and I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta have to like really schedule this when there's no show.
Oh, you had it during a show.
It's just so easy to do it during a show because then the comics are already here and you know.
Yeah.
And we're open and I don't know.
Yeah.
But now I'm trying to like, well, you know, start this at 6 and people don't get let in until 7:30. So
right.
Not that. Well, I mean, I guess if a group of girls go to the girls'
bathroom and
they can be loud, and that's right outside this door. The brick room is straight across is the women's restroom.
Yeah.
And you know how women can be.
Crazy. We're all crazy. Stay away. I am, personally. I'm just talking about me.
Right. Yeah, I just don't approach people without knowing. Get a permit. Do you have a permit? Do you have an appointment?
Yeah, right? Why are you talking to me?
That's cool. So is there anything else that you want to talk about?
I'm open to anything. I mean,
okay.
Yeah, shoot away. What else? You got more questions there or no?
Well, let's just make sure that we get this. We don't have to end it, but how do people get a hold of you on social media?
So I have a new Instagram handle, CXNTIE_auntie.
Okay.
X could be another. It could be a vowel if you do your math right. It stands for. It's another name. Do we get it? Okay.
No. Am I supposed to?
Cunty auntie? No. Okay. I can't say that. I don't know if I can. That's kind of a big one. That's a big swear.
This isn't censored.
Okay. So yeah, no, I changed my.
Fucking stick with the podcast.
What the fuck? Okay, yeah, Cunty Auntie is my Instagram. So that's pretty much where I have like my reels. I need to get my clips up on my YouTube, but my YouTube is not currently active or popping at all. So Instagram is where I can be reached for bookings and comedy reels.
Sweet.
Yes.
Do you have any shows coming up?
Especially
in June.
Yes.
Not this month.
Well, I do have the cafe. Oh yeah, you're right, because it's not gonna.
It's not gonna go up. I can see when it's gonna go up. I can look.
Probably not by tomorrow when I have a show. Yeah. I'll just mention it. Shout out to Ellis Lynn, the Cafe Bar Europa in PB. Really great spot. She's gonna have monthly shows there. Hopefully, keep going. Hopefully, sometime in June when this comes out. And then I also will be doing on Father's Day mic drop. Oh my gosh, why can't I think of the name of it? The name
is Major Malfunction.
Thank you. I was like Mayhem, Major Malfunction. Thank you.
Know that because after that, Comedy or Worse is going to be there.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Oh, the same day?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Same room, same day, but it's going to be after it.
Cool.
Yeah. So buy your tickets. You better be buying your tickets for the show.
It's a double hitter that day. Yeah.
Buy tickets for both shows.
Yeah.
Good to see you. Who knows? Mm-hmm. People might cancel and Mimi might be on those shows.
Hey,
you never know.
catch me.
She's already fulfilling one of the requirements of being on the podcast.
Hey.
And then being on the show. Let's see. So yours is going to be episode 38. Mm-hmm. And if I add in 7, so how many? There's 31 days in May, right?
Yes.
So it looks like, if I do my math right, it would be on 5/31. Will be your episode 38.
Okay.
Super cool.
Cool.
So, is there any traditions that you think that we should start for Comedy or Worse?
I'm just curious where the I think you've probably mentioned this before, and I just haven't been. I think I watched like 2.5 of them, but I don't think you mentioned. They were the later ones. I think I watched like Tommy. So like,
Okay.
You Comedy or Worse? Like what does that actually mean to you? I guess.
I don't know how I came up with it. Maybe just subconsciously, because like there's a video game and nerd culture channel that I follow. It's called Kinda Funny.
Okay.
And then at the time there wasn't any comedians, but then one of them, Nick Scarpino, started doing comedy. He actually started a year before me, and then he was one of the last straws. I'm like, oh, okay. If this old guy, which is actually younger than me,
oh, okay.
he's younger,
I don't know.
it's just a joke in the
Yeah.
funny community. If this guy can do it, I can do it.
Yeah.
You know? So, and I've done podcasts before, but they had they weren't as structured, and like there was this before Spotify bought Anchor, it was like an audio like community, social community. It was super cool because like you would listen to people's podcasts, and sometimes they would release it daily,
right? And
then they would ask a question, or you just naturally like respond. You would like could send in a voicemail so easily,
right?
And then if they wanted to, they could publish it to their podcast easily and then respond.
Cool.
So it was like, this just feedback loop. And I got thousands of listens to that, because it was like in the top 100 at one point, or which is crazy because there's so many podcasts.
Yeah.
At least on that platform, I got like in the top 100.
Nice.
Or maybe even, I have to look. I don't think it might have even been top 10. I don't know. But it was just a fluke. It's just hard to stay up there.
Right. That's really cool, though, because I feel like people like to be engaged with the podcast, and that's one way to...
This podcast feed is the same feed. And
right.
Just changed the name of it. It started off as Aaron Trahan Radio.
Okay.
Like AARON and then TRA, like the start of my last name. Because like when I had to first come up with an email, I was like, oh, I don't know what to do. And I'm like, well, I don't want my full last name. Well, actually, someone told me, no, you shouldn't do your full name.
Right, yeah.
Because then people could just guess it and email you. And
yeah.
Like, oh, yeah, you're right. But so for a long time, I still have an email. It's Aaron Trahan.
Okay.
But it's my junk one.
Right.
So.
That's like mine, kind of how from my last name, instead of the A, I have the at. It's like fun, but it also confuses people because they're like, is it your last name or is it not? Yeah, that's fun.
That's cool. And then, so how do you pick social media handles?
Well, I had one running up until I was at a show and I met like a comic that wanted my handle, and
just go ahead and type yours.
Oh, okay. And for a while it had been bombshells, which I decided was a little distasteful in this type of environment that we're in right now. And then, wait, where's the underscore? Why am I really dumb? Okay.
I can't answer that.
You can't. Okay, there we go. Okay. I don't like iPads. Okay.
Whoa. She doesn't like iPads.
I don't like technology. Okay.
Oh, you just don't like technology.
Or iPads. Okay, got it. So yeah, for like years it was bomb_shells because like my name's Michelle, and so like I was a bombshell because someone gave me the nickname Shells, like for Michelle, and then Victoria's Secret bombshell, like that whole thing. And then I was giving it to a comedian, and I'm like, you know what? This is just not like, I don't know. I just hate having to tell people, yeah, it's bomb. And then they're, for comedy, you're bombing. Like, it's just a bad, bad name. So then Cunty Auntie is more, Beyonce had a new album or older album last summer that she's like, get your money, Cunty Auntie. And I'm an aunt, and I've been told I'm a cunt at times. So I figured it was creative. Yeah. Yeah. So I switched it up. But I realized, like, it's still, like, because I was worried about, like, it popping up for people, but it still kind of pops up when it's that handle now.
Okay. Mm-hmm. That's good.
Yeah. Yours is just, what, Aaron
made you laugh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm almost, like, wanting to just tell people comedy or worse because I need to, like, get more people followers. And it's also, if they're smart, I don't have to
spell
it or
yeah.
spell it, or go, oh no, it's just a U instead of Y-O-U.
Right.
And it's like, oh, why wasn't it?
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I don't know. First of all, I couldn't do Y-O-U because it's too long for some of the social media thing handle. It's already 14 characters long. And it was like, so then if it was Y-O-U, it'd be like 16.
Right.
Yeah. So I like it overall. And also trying to like brand stuff. Aaron made you laugh. It like put you in a circle. So it's not on this one, but the other one has it. Oh, it's on my shoes.
Oh, cool.
Oh no. Here. It's kind of hard to see, but
it's underneath.
It's a circle.
Oh, okay.
My newer version, I have it like on the sides.
Nice.
Too. But.
And it's Aaron Made You Laugh, not Comedy or Worse for the circle.
Yeah. Comedy or Worse is just
straight.
And it's like some of the letters. Well, the O's are Aaron Made You Laugh, and then like, let's see, the Y is microphones in comedy, and then the worse, the W is microphones.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, and then the O, one of the O's for the or is a camera.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I noticed that you do have pretzels too, right?
Yeah, and the rest of the letters are pretzels.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's what stood out for me.
I was like, that's a given. Oh, it's not obvious. Yeah, I like it. I don't mind being, it's like, it's probably my funnest joke, the most requested joke. I can like mix it up. I always want. I mean, if it was a 10-minute joke, or like I probably wouldn't do it for 10 minutes. Just like have like 3 minutes or 4 minutes of it, stop, and then come back to it. You know, that would be fun.
Like a callback.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's just fun.
Yeah.
So, what's your longest joke right now?
See, I don't really.
You know,
I just like feel like they come in like segments. So, I guess I feel like it's still my PB versus Boston stuff because it's like all kind of related, but it's not like. Yeah, because I feel like mine is more like a storytelling, like it kind of all goes together, so it's kind of hard to say how long exactly.
You're like, how much time do I have?
Yeah, exactly. Did I get the light? Oh.
So then the other thing is, can I book you on Quantum Brewing?
Absolutely, yeah. I would love to.
Sweet. It's on Fridays.
Okay.
How about June 21st?
Okay. Yeah, I'm not working right now, so I'm open.
What?
I know. I lost my job. It's okay. Apparently you're not allowed to go on Amazon at work, so.
They caught you?
They did. They were after me, but it's okay.
Are you looking for another nursing job?
That's the thing. I kind of want to maybe delve into like acting gigs or try, like I have like a backstage profile to like try to get on those, so I was gonna try to do that. And then I mean, it's always good to have it as a backup, but I feel like now that was kind of a sign, because I was burnt out from my job. I was working from home, so I feel like that.
How did you working from home?
So I worked like calling patients on the phone, and they said that I didn't make enough calls, so that's why they like did this whole investigation. They were like, "You're on Amazon," and I'm like, "You guys invest in Amazon, whatever." But no, it's fine. It had its time, so I think I'm gonna look into more acting gigs, or maybe working at a comedy club. Maybe, I don't know. There's a lot of variables right now. Versus like working in aesthetics or something on the side, like a little side nurse job, like Botox injections and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, aesthetics.
Yeah. Aesthetics,
like
nursing.
nerd?
Yeah.
Yeah. Decorator.
No. Yeah. So.
That's cool.
Yeah. So I'll be free. It's what is it, at 7 or 8? I forget now.
It starts at 7:30.
7:30.
Goes till 9:30.
Okay. Cool.
But yeah, usually like have like the last feature go up at the latest like at 9.
Yeah, and it's 8, 10? 8?
10 minutes.
Okay.
But you know, if you only want to do 8, that's fine.
Okay.
Just at least it's over 5.
Right. Yeah.
Don't want to schedule someone to do a feature and they do 4 minutes.
Yeah.
The point is this
right. About you.
This is
Yeah.
And don't. I mean, you can put a little bit of new stuff in there. That's fine. But don't go up there like it's an
all
open
new.
mic.
Yeah.
Because it is an open mic.
Right.
But this is supposed to be the feature.
Right.
Showing like the progress. You got people trying new stuff.
Yep.
And then people that have polished
Yeah.
stuff. Difference.
Yeah. Gotcha.
You know, bring up the show.
Don't bomb.
Just try to pull out.
Right.
The whole time and don't be a kamikaze.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys don't like me? Oh, you think I'm bombing?
Yeah.
Now I'm bombing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna crush this plane.
Attack the audience. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's never the audience's fault.
Yeah.
Because it's always it's a feedback loop, right? It can be partially the audience's fault, but it's never totally their fault.
Right. It always kind of makes it cringy when you make fun of the audience or call people out, and it's just not. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I do sometimes think maybe I should do smart jokes and then make fun of the audience when they don't get it, but I don't know.
Hey, that would be for yourself, kind of. That would be a little treat, because if they're too dumb, they're gonna
Although I
go.
feel like I need to if I want to do more roast. I mean, I am going to do roast, but if I want to get better at roast, I need to
Yeah.
Not just for a roast, because that's part of the problem.
I did harass Mike Rudd like for a month or so before our roast, just being me. So kind of to set the tone. I mean, I don't recommend it to everyone. I feel like it's not really, but like just yeah. Even if it's someone that you like, I guess you don't know this guy, so just kind of like picturing someone you don't like and then using that energy can help.
Right. Yeah. I'm just in a bad place right now in my writing of these roast jokes.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that it'll be fine. I'll win.
Yes.
I predict that I'll win.
I predict you're gonna win too.
It's gonna. When this releases, it'll be the very next week.
Mm-hmm. I have all my money on you. I don't have any money.
I don't have any money either. But it's getting that time.
Oh, yeah.
The doors are about to open.
Okay.
And we don't want these loud people coming in here.
Right.
Maybe not even accidentally try to come in here into the bathroom.
Yeah.
And that would be embarrassing.
Mm-hmm.
A civilian trying to be on the podcast.
No.
That'd be the worst part.
Yes.
Yes. So thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. This has been awesome. Appreciate it. Get
And
your
then
pretzel
say goodbye.
puns.
Oh, help me push stop
okay.
on 3, right?
All right.